Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. I have to show you. Isn't this the most beautiful cup? Penguins are my spirit animal. Got some coffee in it this morning. So pretty. So pretty. Got it for my birthday from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. My birthday was on Wednesday. I'm 54. Anyway, so I was just excited to be here today. If you hear a little rumbling in the background, that's Grogu. He's having a day. He's a little rambunctious. I mean, he is a puppy. So, goodness gracious. I'm going to do I call it sunset eye, and I probably have done it on here 1,000 times, but I'm going to do it again because it's just what I'm feeling today. So I'm taking out my Oden's eye. This is my Solmaine II. One of these days I'm going to do a palette bingo. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because I use my phone to record, but I'll figure it out. So I'm going to take the orange, or the yellowish orange. It's such a pretty color. One of my favorites. And I'm going to go into my crease. So I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are way clearer. So I went to the doctor last Monday because I had come on and I had explained that my allergies were just going nuts. Well, it was more than allergies. And I kind of thought it was more than allergies. It was actually, I had an ear, sinus, and eye infection because all of this is connected. And so he put me on antibiotics and eye drops, and I'm feeling way better. I mean, pollen is still way up, so the rest of what's going on is just allergies, but I do have... Ooh, what's happening there? I don't want to lift it up and show you, but I want to show you. So this, one of my favorite shades, is kind of breaking up a little bit. I just dug my brush into it, and apparently I was a little aggressive. Excuse me, sir. No. He's chewing on some plastic that's not supposed to be chewed on. He has toys. Pause. Goodness. He's a little he's a little aggressive today. Watch, he's gonna go right back to it because I told him not to. He just is being a little rambunctious. Anyway, so when I went to the doctor, he said, "Oh yeah, you have an infection." And he gave me these eye drops and antibiotics. Well, when I went to go to the pharmacy to pick up the eye drops, they said, "Oh no, we don't have them in, maybe tomorrow." And I was like, okay, well, I can't really drive because I can't see real well because my eyes are all icky. So I stayed home for the afternoon. Now I'm going to go in with the orange. Same brush, I just cleaned it off with the Sigma switch. Now I'm going in with the orange. Tap it off. Anyway, so I called the next day to get these eye drops, and they said, "Oh, we don't have them, but you can call another pharmacy and see if they have them." And I was like, okay. So I called a different Walgreens, and this different Walgreens, they said, "Well, there's only 14 bottles of that particular medicine nationwide. Nationwide. You might want to call your doctor and see if he can prescribe you something a little different. And I was like, oh, okay. That, and it's going to cost you $78 for these eye drops. I'm like, no, thank you. So I called my doctor's office and I said, hey, look, this is the problem. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in to this purple. Same brush. Clean it off on the switch. And so they called it in, but it was still, so that was Tuesday when I called. And then on Wednesday, which was my birthday, I got a phone call right after work from the pharmacy saying that my prescriptions were ready. And I was like, what? And he had prescribed me some antibiotics, some Flonase, and the eye drops. Well, he called in a second eye drop, and when I went to go get the second eye drop, the first eye drops were in, and they only cost me $25. And the new ones that he got, that the doctor prescribed, cost me $3.40. And instead of like deciding between the two, I just got them both. I figured I might as well just have them all because I'm extra like that. So I'm just blending this in. Because it's the way I like it. Now, I wasn't going to use it today, but I'm just, yeah. I've been using it for the past couple days. So that's why I wasn't going to use it today, but I got this, and it looks purple, but it goes on a totally different color. This is called, I want to say it's called Judy, but there's a magnet that covers up the name. I'm pretty sure it's Judy from Oden's eye. Now I'm going to see how it has that bluish, there's a purple. It's such a pretty color. So I'm going to use this again today because it's such a pretty color. So I'm going to clean off the brush again. And I'm going to go into the yellow and just blend over the top again, just because I want to make sure I have a nice bright color. I can't believe that's crumbling. I mean, I do use it all the time. This is one of my favorite eye combinations. Just like that. And it looks really bright in camera. I mean, it is bright, but ta-da! Okay. Cleaning it off one more time because I'm going to get a makeup mist. And then I'm going to go into this color right here. It's a red. put it on my brush, and now I'm going to spray it. And very lightly, I'm just going to put it on the edge, right here, on both eyes. Because then I'm going to get some Glimmer Grasp. There we go. Clean that off. Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly Cosmetics. Because I really want this to pop. And then I'm going to put that on the lid. So that was my, I know I'm bouncing all over the place, like I always do. Now I've been using a brush to put this on. So today I'm actually going to use my finger. So see how it looks? Oh, there you can see the bluish. Yeah. It's so pretty. So we're going to put that, but when it goes on, it looks like it's a magenta color. It doesn't look purpley blue at all. Well, somewhat, but not, I don't know. It's just magic, the way it goes on. See, I see it looking one way. You see that? And then watch how it goes onto your eye. You don't really see that color. Looks like a completely different color on the eyes, but it's so pretty. I guess in different lighting, pardon me, in different lighting, it's going to change, obviously, because it's a multi-chrome. But looking straight forward right now, it looks pink to me. But on camera, you can see the shift to it. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've put on the Cosmic Cowgirl Skin Grip Primer. Not sure how I like this. I didn't like it with my L'Oreal True Match. It did not go over well. So today I've mixed my Pretty Fresh from ColourPop and my e.l.f. CC Cream, Camo CC Cream. I really like both of them, and I like them mixed together because it just gives me my perfect color. So I wanted to tell you about what we did yesterday. So my husband and I do birthday parties and get-togethers, and yesterday we did a Ramadan celebration with a mosque, and we were there for 4 hours. And for the most part, everybody was great. We had a good time. 4 hours went by relatively quickly. Couple of problems that we had. At one point, I put out a basket that I was accepting tips for. You know, yes, we got paid, but they allowed us to receive tips if people wanted to tip us. So we put out a basket. I put out a basket. My husband put out a top hat. Well, my basket was in front of my sign, and these two boys came up, and luckily my husband was watching them because they went to take money out of the basket. There weren't any parents with these kids. So most of them had parents with them, but some of them, it was in a great big huge building, and the parents were in the building, but they weren't with the kids right that moment. So these kids tried to take my money, and my husband was like, please don't steal from us. And they were just being obnoxious preteen boys. They were probably 11, 12 years old. I forgot to get my concealer. Now I have it. This is just, it's a Milani 2-in-1. You can use it, what is it? Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I don't use it for foundation because it's a little thick. And I just use a little bit with a brush. Anyway, so these kids were just being obnoxious. I'm going to use a little bit more. There we go. I don't want to use too much because if I use too much, it'll get cakey underneath my eyes, and we don't want that. So, anyway, so these kids were being a little cheeky, I guess you could say. I have a spot over there. And they just kept messing with the money, so I ended up taking it away. And then, no, I'm not going to stay like this. So we were there from 12 until 4. So right at 4 o'clock, we didn't have anybody else in line because about 3:30, I counted how many people I had in line, and I knew I could get done with all the ones that I had in line. So I had the last person in line wear this vest that said last one in line. And I had people coming up, kids coming up and standing behind the kid that had the vest on. And mind you, I'm assuming that English is not their first language. So reading the vest saying last in line, they probably didn't understand what it meant. And so every time somebody would come up, I would say, sorry, after him, I'm all done. And we kept doing that. And my husband said the same thing. You know, sorry, we're all done. Sorry, we're all done. Sorry, we're all done. And even after we said all of that, I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty powder. Whew. Grogu. Have you guys ever been around a French bulldog? they have some nasty you-know-whats. Anyway, we had kids that kept coming up. Parents, because the kids would go and tell the parents, they're all done. And the parents came up, and I was like, sorry, we're all done. Well, there was such a long line, we didn't want to get in line, and now there's no line. There's no line because we're done. Well, can't you just do one more? No, because if we do one more for you, we're going to do one more for somebody else and one more for somebody else. And before you know it, we're a half hour past what we were supposed to do anyway. We're done. It's so hard for people to understand. You know, it's not just a quick thing. You know, they're only seeing their side of it. I understand that. They're only seeing the fact that their kid wants one. And luckily for us, there was the guy who hired us standing right there. And he said, no, they're all done. And then, of course, we're packing up. And I've dumped my water, cleaned my brushes, put everything away. I have my kit in hand. And this kid walks up and says, can you paint my face? No. No, I can't. I know I'm looking very pale right now. But I'm about to fix it. So I got this. This is many years old. But it has everything in it. So I'm going to use this bronzer right here. Anyway, so that was our day yesterday, was dealing with that. And then, of course, my husband was like, I'm starving, and I was exhausted. He was exhausted. Neither one of us wanted to cook. So we went to this sushi restaurant. It's in Tacoma. And you order on your phone. There's people there, but you order on your phone. And this little robot dude comes out, and it has like trays on it. And it lights up the section that you're supposed to take your food from. You don't take food from the other trays. You just take the one that has the light on for you. So we order our food. The lady comes around and brings us some water, because that's all we drink really is water. We're exhausted and we need to replenish our water anyway. So, ta-da! Now I'm going to use my High School Musical blush. This is it's called Playoffs. I mean, yeah. But we were there, and this is how much people pay attention to details. The robot went to another table, and it's talking. It says, take from where the blue light is, and this lady reaches underneath the blue light and takes from the next tray. Even though she didn't order it, she took somebody else's food. I was like, what are you doing? And then the little robot guy goes to the next table where it tries to give the food that's supposed to be on it to the next person, but there's no food there because they've taken it off. Come on. And they go, "Oh, sorry, we must have taken yours along with ours." Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how this is going to look. I don't know if you can tell, but this is supposed to be a highlighter, but every time I dip into it, I don't know if it's just, I don't know. It like takes off the sheen to it. Says it's supposed to be a highlighter, so we shall see. Oh, well, okay. I just used the whole brush. Can you see that? Hopefully it looks good. Then I just go over everything with my sponge. I'm going to go do some finishing touches and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm going to take, again, I need to be careful because I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to take this kind of tealish blue and then this dark blue and go underneath my eyeline, my eyes. I like to do the lighter color towards the front. This is not completely a light color, but it's lighter than the other one. And I take it on just a angle brush. It's not going to stay anyway. Mine never does. Oop. Have some stuff in the corner of my eye. Okay, so just taking this under my eye, and then I'm going to clean it off on the switch and take that darker blue and go along the outer half. So it'll look good for a few minutes. Oh, I forgot how much I love this. So I put on some perfume while I was off camera and trying to, so it's Rebel Rocker. I don't remember where this was from. I think my daughter got it at like Zoomies or something like that. So this is what it looks like, and it comes in this black tube and it has a little roller ball. Such a good scent. Just kind of clean, very universal. I think it can be unisex. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're gonna dot those eyes. Now, I've been loving this just for my bangs. See, it just gives them just enough volume and just enough curl that that's the way I like it. So there's that. Now I'm going to take, this is from ColourPop. This is their multi-chrome. I don't even know if they have individual names, but this is their purple greenish one. And I'm just going to put that in my waterline. Because it'll blend the two together. It'll make it so that they, you know, it looks from the purple You know what I mean. And now I'm just going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I used my tried and true Fenty Beauty, hella thick. I just love the way my lashes look. I know I need to be using my plethora of falsies, but sometimes it's just too much work. So please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate every single one of you who are here and watching my videos. Who's better than you? Nobody. We'll see you soon.